Hi children, good morning everybody. Welcome to 10th standard second language English YouTube classes. Dear children, in the previous class that we have discussed about the lesson called the concert, the two in the part 1. Am I right? In that lesson that we come across that Anant and Smita, and how Anant was very much talented guy and how he was struck by one of the severe disease called cancer. Am I right, children? So, in order to give a good treatment to Anant, who was suffering from cancer, his family members come to Bombay because of the miracles of the modern science and in order to give him the good treatment. Was he given the good treatment, children? No. Anant, though he was 15 years, our family failed to save him. Got it? Because it's a very dangerous disease, children. They had a hope on the miracles of modern science. That is why they trusted the science and they came to Bombay to give him the best treatment. But when the doctors shook their head and when they despaired their hands, in the case of Anant, they were disappointed. Both Smita and Anant were grown up together. Though they have grown up together, Anant was little faster in many things, like playing table tennis. He was the fastest runner, and moreover, he was the best Sita learner. He was the fastest Sita learner. And the astonishment was that he was composing his own tune. That is why his teacher, who was teaching him sitar lessons, was surprised because of the talent of Anant. So, when Smita come to know about one of the musical show of Pandit Ravishankar at the Shanmugananda Auditorium in the nearby place, she was excited to go there. But unfortunately, that she forgot that her brother was suffering from cancer. Later, that she was disappointed and she was upset, thinking the condition of her brother children. So, she was not willing to go to the concert alone because both of these two are grown together, they played together, they have learned the things together right from the childhood. But this time, what he is asking as a chance of a lifetime to visit or to go for that concert was not fulfilled, was not in the condition of fulfill. That is why she was disappointed. Am I right, children? So, when she was disappointed and she cried for this incident, children, for this condition, but for this situation. At last, her aunt Sushila told her to go for a walk in the park. She went to the park to refresh her mind, children. But when she was in the park, a daring thought came to her. Am I right? That is what yesterday that we had seen. In the previous class that we had seen, a daring thought came to Smita. What was that daring thought? As soon as they come to the home, children, she told her mother, yes, mummy, that I am going to the concert. When she has told some thing about the concert or plans about the concert, children, her mother also convinced and she told that her father will bring the tickets. And at last, finally, she has decided to go for the concert. And she had a thought in her mind about the desire of her brother who have wished to visit the concert. Got it, children? So this is what that we had seen in the previous class. Am I right, children? Yes. Shall we continue? Yes. Before that we have seen some questions. Am I right? See, in the previous class that we had seen some questions like, why was Smita excited looking over the newspaper? Am I right? Yes. Why she was? Yes, she was excited because that she had seen the news of Pandit Ravi Shankar, who is coming to the Shanmugananda auditorium. Am I right? Next, another important question that we have discussed in the previous class was that Anant was a talented boy. Do you agree with this and justify? Isn't it? He was very talented guy. He was good at sports. He was good at studies, and he was a fastest learner, and he was good at table tennis, and he was good sitar player too, and as well as he was composing his own tunes. Am I right, children? Next, why did Anand's family come to Bombay? They have come to Bombay to give him the best treatment, didn't it? What did the doctor suggest to Anand's family? What did the doctors? Yes, somebody said. You are right, children. Yes, the doctors at the hospital, they have suggested to take Anant to home and give whatever he want and make him happy, isn't it? So, yes, what does it mean? It means that guy has no many days to that guy has no many days left in his life, in the sense that he is going to die. How did Anand's family look after him? When they come to know this frightening truth, children, when they have, when the doctors have told them that the guy is not many days left in his life, they looked after him with a good way. They surrounded him and they provided him whatever made him happy, and they fulfilled all his desires. Got it? And now this guy is asking to go visit for the concert. Got it? This is one of the desire, and also that he says that I must hear him. Got it? This is what that we had seen in the previous class regarding extract, children, and also that he said it's a chance of a lifetime. Got it? The great sitar player called Pandit Ravi Shankar's show has such type of popularity during that period, children. And moreover, being the sitar learner, how can he wish to miss that chance? Am I right? Nobody will miss this type of chance, na? So in that way, that he expressed his desire or wish to visit that concert. Okay, but his condition, his physical condition, was not in the in favor of him to visit the concert. Got it, children? This is what that we had seen in the previous class. Shall we continue? Yes. The next day, as Smita and her father were leaving concert, her brother smiled and said, "Enjoy yourself," though the words came out in the painful gasp. And he said, "Lucky you." Look at the expression of Anant there. See, as Smita planned, they have decided to go for the concert. Am I right? So Smita and father were leaving concert. They are going to the musical show, children. And her brother smiled and said, "Who is the brother here?" Yes, Anand. What did he do? He smiled and said, "Enjoy yourself." Look at there. He is sending them to the concert by wishing them to enjoy the concert, though the words came out in the painful gasp. See, gasp in the sense with much difficulty that he expressed, he talked, he speak those words, children. Here, two types of pain is there. One is he had not the chance to go there, and another one is because of his ill health, he was unable to speak. And also he said, what did he say? "Lucky you." Who is lucky here? Smita. Why did he say lucky you? Because that she got the chance to visit that great show of the great performer or a great musician called Pandit Ravi Shankar. And also that we had seen one particular word. Great, to say great musician, that we had seen one word, children. Which is that? Yes, you are right. Sitar maestro. Got it? He is a great sitar maestro. Have you understood this paragraph, children? Yes. Yes, that he sent his brother, wishing her lucky, wishing her, telling her that she is lucky. And she went. Whom did Smita go to the concert with? Yes, she go to the concert along with with her father. Got it? Then what was the thought which came to her mind when she was in the park? We don't know exactly, but that she had thought in her mind. Let us see, what may be that thought. Okay. Yes, she and her father went. She sat. Sitting beside her father in the gallery, Smita heard, as in a dream, the thundering welcome the audience gave to the great master. Then the first notes came over the air, and Smita felt as if the gates of enchantment and wonder were opening. Spellbound, she listened to the unfolding ragas, the slow plaintive notes, the fast twinkling ones. But all the while, the plan she had decided on the evening before remained firmly in her mind. The chants of a lifetime. She heard Anand's voice in every beat of tabla. Look at that. How did she enjoy the musical concert, children? Look at that. She went to the concert and she sat beside her father in the gallery. Smita heard, as if the dream of thundering welcome of the audience gave the great master. The people who were gathered in that see, look at there. Pandit Ravi Shankar and Ustad Allah Raka were seen there. Okay. Yes, Smita in the concert. Look here, children. That she is sitting in the concert and she was enjoying the concert of that person. Concert in the sense musical show. She heard her dream has come true. It was a dream to visit this type of function, children, because that she, being the sitar learner, she was a great fan of Pandit Ravi Shankar. And the audience who gathered there, who were there in the musical show, children, in that concert, they gave them a thunderous welcome. Thunderous welcome in the sense, a great applause. Okay. They welcomed Pandit Ravi Shankar as soon as he entered to the stage. And he started to play sitar. Look here. That this man who is playing sitar here, he is the great sitarist called Pandit Ravi Shankar. And another personality is also there here, children. This man, who is accompanied to Pandit Ravi Shankar in this picture, is a great tabla player called Ustad Allah Raka. Keep in your mind, children. He is accompanying Pandit Ravi Shankar in his show. And here we can see another musician also who is accompanying to this particular show, children. Got it? See, have you understood? The Pandit Ravi Shankar started to play the sitar, children. When he started to play the sitar, the first notes, look at the word here, notes, children. The word notes, it means not the notes that what we write, exercise book antivalva makla, adalla illi. So, it's a term of music. Music nalli notes anta ಒಂದು ಪದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. It related to the raga and it is a terminology of the music, children. Of course, that we use the same word in our day-to-day life to say exercise book or notebook. Here notes means it's a word which is using in music, which means the ragas, different ragas. Got it, children? So the first notes came over the air. First notes ಮೊದಲನೇ ರಾಗ ನಾವು ನುಡಿಸಿದ್ರು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. And Smita felt as if the gates of enchantment and the wonder were opening. ಮೊದಲನೇ ರಾಗ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ, because the musicians and the music lovers, okay, and who know little bit of who knew music, children who are in the field of music, they will understand the quality and what do you say, the tones and the style of music, and they will enjoy. Okay, we also, just as a listener, we also enjoy music, children, but for the professionalist, for the music lovers, for the music learners, okay, they involve more than the common people. So when she heard those ragas, children, as if she felt, okay, the gates of enchantment and wonder were opening. Look at that. How did she enjoy the music? Look here, children. Okay, if they ask this question, we can write like this. Okay, she enjoyed the music as the first notes came over the air. Smita felt as if the ragas of enchantment and the wonder were opening. Okay, ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಶಕೆನೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಯ್ತೇನೋ, ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸಂತೋಷದ ಚಿಲಿಮೆನೆ ಅವಳ ಮುಂದೆ ತೆಗೆದಿಟ್ಟ ಹಾಗೆ ಆಯಿತು ಮಕ್ಕಳು. ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ ಬೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಟು describe the happiness of that show. She listened to the unfolding ragas, different ragas. She listened, she enjoyed the every raga's rhythm and tone, okay, rhythm of that music, children. Okay, he played a different ragas, the slow plaintive notes and the fast twinkling ones. See, there are different ragas. ನೋಡಿ, ಸ್ಲೋ ಮೋಷನ್ ನಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರಾಗಗಳು, and the fast, okay, twinkling one, ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನುಡಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರಾಗಗಳು. Got it? So like that, that she enjoyed every notes of that music, children. But all the while, the plan she had decided on the evening before remained firmly on her mind. Though she was enjoying the different ragas playing by Pandit Ravishankar in the auditorium, one thing was always remained firmly in her mind. That what she has decided in the park. And she remained in her mind was that the chance of a lifetime. She heard Anand's voice in every beat of tabla. See, while Anand was expressing his desire to visit that function, children, Anand was expressing his views by telling the chance of a lifetime. That was occurring often in her mind, children. That was haunting in her mind in every beat of tabla. So, like this, the musical show went on, children. At last, the concert came to an end. See, finally, the concert came to an end, and the audience gave the artist a standing ovation. Okay, ovation in the sense, all of them are got up and clapped as a token of respect. Okay, ovation. There is a particular word, children. Ovation in the sense showing expressing gratitude to the people by standing ovation ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಗೌರವವನ್ನು ಸೂಚಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಪಂಡಿತ್ ರವಿಶಂಕರ್ and the man who is accompanied with him, called Ustad Allah Raka. When all of them accompanied and clapped them, yes, a large mustachioed man made a long boring speech. Then followed the presentation of banquets. After this function, a large mustache ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದಪ್ಪ ಮೀಸೆ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ಮುಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೀಸೆ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಪ್ಪ ಮೀಸೆ ಇತ್ತು. His name was not exactly mentioned here. he made a long boring speech. After this function, okay, that man came and he talked about the function and he talked about something. Okay, it was boring to Smita. That's why she said he made a long boring speech. Okay, because that she had some plans in her mind, and usually when these type of good entertainment and musical shows are seen, after these type of scene, usually people, okay, not like to listen a long speeches, children. If the speech is about 5 to 6 minutes, they will listen. Or if you keep on talking about something, they will be bored. The same thing happened here to Smita. Then followed the presentation of banquets. After making a long boring speech, there was a function, small function was held, presentation of banquets. Presentation of banquets in a sense, just like a vote of ceremony, vote of thanks, not vote of ceremony, vote of thanks, children. Okay, to expressing gratitude for the people. Then more applause and the curtain came down. When the vote of thanks was over, all of a sudden the audience who were gathered, they clapped loudly. Okay, loudly. See here, the people began to move towards the exits. Look here. So this is the scene while Smita was, when Pandit Ravi Shankar and Ustad Allah Raka are playing the sitar there, and here that we can see how the people are enjoying and how Smita is enjoying that concert, and he is the man, a famous tabla player, which we have mentioned now, called Ustad Allah Raka, children. Okay, most of the time that he was accompanied with Pandit Ravi Shankar, children, because ಪಕ್ಕವಾದ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಬೀಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಬೀಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಡಿಯಲ್ವಾ, ಬಡಿತೀವಿ. ಒಂದು ಸೈಡ್ ಡ್ರಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಬಡಿತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಸೈಡ್ ಡ್ರಮ್ಮಿಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ರಿದಮಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ, ಓಕೆ, ರಿದಮ್ ತಾಳಬದ್ಧವಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡ್ರಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಡ್ರಮ್. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬೀಗಲನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಬೆಲ್ಲನ್ನು ಬಾರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಲ್ವ. ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್. ಆವಾಗ ಅದರ ಎಸೆನ್ಸು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆರ್ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಬರೀ ಸೈಡ್ ಡ್ರಮ್ನೇ ಬಾರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಎಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳ. ದೆನ್ ಬರೀ ಬೇಸ್ ಡ್ರಮ್ನೇ ಬಾರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಏನು ಅಂತಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ, ವೆನೆವರ್ ಪಂಡಿತ್ ರವಿಶಂಕರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಸಿತಾರ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ರಿದಮಿಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಾಳಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ನುಡಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಾದ್ಯ ಇರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಅದು ತಬಲಾ. ಅಂತಹ ತಬಲಾ ವಾದಕರೇ ಈ ಉಸ್ತಾದ್ ಅಲ್ಲಾ ರಕ್ಕ, ಹೂ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಕಂಪನಿಡ್ ಟು Pandit Ravi Shankar. Got it, children? Yes. Look at that. Yes, this is the auditorium. Keep in your mind, children. This is an imaginary picture, and where the people are sitting in an auditorium enjoying the show of that Pandit Ravi Shankar. Okay, that show was come to an end. When the show was come to an end, all of a sudden, all the audience who gathered there, they enjoyed the music and they clapped. Okay, the applause are there. Yes, children. Yes, after this show, everyone were going towards their home. They gave a a big applause for this great show, children. And after finishing this show, everyone are going towards their home. When everyone were going towards home, okay, let us see what Smita did. Okay, see. Yes, this is the show that we had seen. This is a picture that we had seen, how Pandit Ravi Shankar was giving the show there. And here that we had seen Mr. Smita and her father were there. And he is the man who is very familiar, called, who is very famous, like Pandit Ravi Shankar, and who was always accompanied to Pandit Ravi Shankar, called Ustad Allah Raka, a famous tabla player, children. Got it? Yes. Let us see what happened. When everyone were going towards home, Smita, okay, thought this was the right time. Smita wriggled her way through the crowds towards the stage. Wriggled ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ, ಎಸ್, look at that, wriggled in the sense turn round and round ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓಕೆ, ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ನುಸುಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ? ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ audience. Audience are going towards the exit, but Smita is going towards the stage. Then she went up the stage. Then she went up the steps and led to the wings, her heart beating loudly. She was going towards the stage, and when she was going towards the people who gave the musical show children, musical performance, music show. Yes, when she went there, her heart was beating loudly. ಜೋರ ಢಗ್ ಢಗ್ ಅಂತ ಬಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂತಂದರೆ ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್. ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ರೂಮಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಭಯ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವೇ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೀಚರ್ಸು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಮ್ ರೈಟ್? ಯಾವುದೇ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ರೂಮ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಟೀಚರ್ ಏನೂ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೂ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಫೀಲ್ ಸಮ್ ಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿಯರ್ ವೈಲ್ ವಿ ಕಮ್ ಟು the staff room. Got it? In the same way, okay, we also feel little nervous when we are going to the chamber of some higher officers. Got it? So like that. Why it happens? It's common. Okay, but here for Smita also it's a very frightful thing, because that she was going to do something there. That's why her heart was beating loudly. In the wings, a small crowd had gathered to talk about the evening concert. In that stage, some people are gathered. They were talking about some. They were gathered there to talk about the evening function, how the function had been taken place, and what has done, like this. Okay, some people have gathered to talk about that evening function, about the show which was just now finished, and some people were there to carry the banquets and the teacups and the instruments. Some other people are helping these people to take the banquets and take the banquets, in sense the things which were given to them as a token of respect, to take and keep there in their vehicles, like this. They were gathered there to help them. He was there standing with a man who played tabla with him, the great wizard of music, Ustad Allah Raka. She had seen, and the man was standing there. Who is that man? Yes, you are right, Pandit, Ravi Shankar. And he was standing there, along with wizard of music called Ustad Allah Raka. Wizard in the sense, a very famous, a very skillful or a talented person in music. ಇಲ್ಲಿ wizard ಅಂತಂದರೆ planned or a very disciplined personality and ಅರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ. Got it? So another great musician was also there. He was called Ustad Allah Raka, children. Pandit Ravi Shankar was standing with him. When she went up the stage, her knees felt weak and her tongue dry. ಕಾಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಡುಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಾಲ್ಗೆ ಒಣಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. But she went up, and standing before them, her hands folding, "Oh, sir," she bursted out. See, Smita went up the stage and went close to Pandit Ravi Shankar. She folded her hands and she started to cry. Unknowingly, she started crying. "Sir," Takshna, Pandit Ravi, "Yes," he asked questioningly but kindly. Who questioned her? Yes, Pandit Ravi Shankar. Look at the kindness of Pandit Ravi Shankar, children. He talked very smoothly to this lady, this girl. "Yes," means what can I do? How can I help you? Or what do you want? Like this. But he asked very kindly, children. "Hey, what do you want?" No, not in that manner. He asked very kindly. And her story came pouring out. The story of her brother who lay sick at home and how he longed to hear him and Ustad play. When he asked him, when he asked her, she narrated the entire story of Anand and how much he loves him and how great fan of him was he, and also and how is the condition of Anand at the present, and how much he loved both Ustad Allah Raka and Pandit Ravi Shankar. She narrated the entire story and how he was bedridden and how he is counting the days of his life. And also she said that it's a chance of a lifetime. He says that it's a chance of a lifetime. When she said, "Little girl," said mustachioed man who had made long boring speech. Papa, avudigi. Little girl, said mustachioed man who made a long boring speech. The man who had just now talked a few minutes early, the man who had who gave a boring speech now a few minutes earlier, that man, he said, "Little girl," he said. And he said, "Panditji is a busy man. You must not bother with him such request." Look at that. What did the man say? He said, "Panditji is a busy man." Pandit tumba busy irtare. Who is the Pandit here? Panditji here, children? Pandit Ravi Shankar. Who is the man here? Okay, it refers to Pandit Ravi Shankar. Who said this? The long mustachioed man. To whom was it said? It was said to Smita. And what did he say? Look at there. "You must not bother him with such request." You, who is the you there? Smita. You must not bother. Bother in the sense trouble. Him, Pandit Ravi Shankar, with such request. With such request andre ಈ ಥರದ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ನೀವು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಬಾದರ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು, ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡಬಾರ್ದು. Then what did she request? Yes, she requested Pandit Ravi Shankar and Ustad Allah Raka to come to her home. She invited them and to play for Anand who is counting the days. She requested them. Got it? So, for that, this long mustachioed man is suggesting her not to bother these two, not to bother these people who are very busy. But Pandit Ravi Shankar smiled and motioned him to be quiet. But in the other hand, Pandit Ravi Shankar told him to keep quiet for a minute. Means, hello, one ನಿಮಿಷ ಅಂತ. Okay, he smiled. ನಗ್ತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ದ, "Oh, just a minute" ಅಂದ್ರು. When he told him to be quiet, he turned to Ustad Sahib and said, Ustad, who is the Ustad here? Yes, Ustad Allah Raka. "What shall we do, Ustad Sahib?" He asked Ustad Allah Raka what to do for this request. Look at that. What shall we do, Ustad Sahib? ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಉಸ್ತಾದ್ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರೆ? The Ustad moved the wad of pan from one cheek to another. Ustad was chewing the pan. Pan ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಡಿಕೆ ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಈ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲೇನೆ. He thought for a while. "Tomorrow morning we will perform for the boy." ನೋಡಿ, ಹಂಗೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡೋ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರೋದು ಬಿಡ್ರು ಅಂತ. Isn't it? "Tomorrow morning we will perform for the boy." Look at that. Who said this? Ustad Allah Raka. Who is the boy here? Anand. Got it, children? Yes, in a sense, they agreed to play for Anand. "Yes," he said. "Yes," Pandit replied. It is settled then." Pandit Ravi Shankar, "Yes, Amma, Aitama," andro. Then it is settled. Yes, look at there. This is the picture of it's a imaginary picture of that music show children concert. It was very excited Smita who came home late that night. When Smita came to her home, she was excited very much, children. And when she came home, Anand was awake, breathing the oxygen from the cylinder. When she came to the home, Anand was still awake and he was taking the oxygen from the artificial, he was taking the artificial breath from the cylinder, children. And as soon as she come, he asked, did you hear him? He whispered, function ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಯಾ? See, did you hear him? Who said this? Anand. I did, she replied. Yes, brother, I heard him, and I spoke to him. I didn't hear him. I not only hear the music, I also spoke to him. Sorry, I not only heard, but also spoke to him. And he will coming tomorrow morning with tabla ustad, and they will play for you, Anand. They will come tomorrow. He will come tomorrow. Look at there. Who is he there? Pandit Ravi Shankar. He will come tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow morning, those two will come to our home with tabla ustad, and they will play for you. See, look at these lines also, children. This also I asked once. They will play for you. Who is there here? Pandit Ravi Shankar and Ustad Allah Raka. Okay, separate ಆಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. Okay, look at there. She said to him that she had talked to Pandit Ravi Shankar, and yes, she has enjoyed the musical show, and also those great music performers like Pandit Ravi Shankar and Ustad Allah Raka are coming to her home to play for Anand. They will play for you. And the following morning, in the next day, Aunt Sushila's neighbor saw two men getting out of a taxi which pulled up outside their block. They could not believe their eyes. It's not possible, they said. See, the neighbors of Aunt Sushila were surprised. Why were they surprised? They can't believe their eyes. Why were the neighbors of Aunt Sushila are surprised? Why they were surprised? Why couldn't they believe their eyes? They could not believe their eyes. The neighbors of Aunt Sushila's they could not believe their eyes. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಂಬಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Why? For this question, this is the answer, children. This question has asked once. Why couldn't the neighbors of Aunt Sushila's home believe their eyes? Why couldn't they believe their eyes? Because next day, Aunt Sushila's neighbors saw two men were getting out of a taxi. Aunt Sushila ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇರೋ ನೈಬರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೆರೆಹೊರೆಯವರೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾರೋ ಇಬ್ರು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಯಿಂದ ಕಾರಿಂದ ಇಳಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಿಚ್ ಪುಲ್ಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್. ಅವ್ರು ಇಳಿತಾ ಇರೋದು ನೋಡಿ ಇಡೀ ಅವ್ರ ಬ್ಲಾಕಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಏರಿಯಾ, ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಒಂದು ರೀಜನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಇಫ್ ಸಚಿನ್ ತೆಂಡೂಲ್ಕರ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಏರಿಯಾ. ಸಚಿನ್ ತೆಂಡೂಲ್ಕರ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಡೀ ಏರಿಯಾದ ಜನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರ್ಕೋತಾರಲ್ವಾ? ಅಥವಾ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಫಿಲಮ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟರ್, ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಫಿಲಮ್ ಹೀರೋ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಏರಿಯಾಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ವೇ? ಹಾಗೆ ಇದು ಸಿಟಿ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಲಾಕಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಏರಿಯಾ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್, ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ನವರೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದೇ ಕುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ದೇರ್ ಐಸ್. ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದೇರ್. ಅವ್ರ ಕಣ್ಣನ್ನು ನಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇ ಸೇ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. ಇದೇಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ? ಇಂಥ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್, ದ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಉಸ್ತಾದ್ ಅಲ್ಲಾ ರಾಕ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಂಡಿತ್ ರವಿಶಂಕರ್ ಸಾರ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರಾ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ದೇ ವರ್ ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ಡ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟೂ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಡಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಶೋಸ್? Though they are very famous and a great musicians, they have come to fulfill the Anand's desire. What does it indicate, children? It shows how kind, how simple these great musicians are. Okay, look at the kindness. Look at the humanity. They came for Anand, children. They are looking this condition on a humanity basis. Got it? So like that, they came out from the car and they started. Pandit Ravishankar and Ustad Allah Raka went up the wooden staircase. Wooden staircase hatkondo, they went up to the place where Anant was sleeping and they knocked softly on the door of Aunt Sushila's apartment. Aunt Sushila's apartment door knock madidru. Tuck 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 anta badidru. When they knocked, they opened the door. They went in. They entered into the house of Aunt Sushila, sat down on the divan by the window and played for the boy. Look here. They went inside the apartment of Aunt Sushila. Here, Pandit Ravishankar and Ustad Allah Raka are senior. Got it? They sat down on the divan cot. After sitting in that divan cot, they are playing for the boy. Look here, Anand is sleeping here. Am I right? They are playing for the boy. They played for the boy. Anantaniಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರಾಗಗಳನ್ನು ನುಡಿಸಿದ್ರು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. They played for Anand, surrounded him with a great and beautiful happiness as the life went out of him gently, very gently. As they started playing the music, Anand enjoyed the different ragas and slowly he breathed his last. See, children, this is how the last desire of Anand was fulfilled by his brother Smita. And also that we have to be hats up to these great musicians who are very simple and kind. Though they have a busy schedule, though they have a great name and fame, they obliged the request of these common men and come to their home to fulfill the desire of that guy. It shows they are so kind and simple and humanitarian. Like these children, Anand's desire was fulfilled at last by his sister called Smita. Got it, children? I hope that you have enjoyed this story, children. As I told in the beginning, this is a true story, but all the names except Pandit Ravishankar and Ustad Allah Rakas have been changed. Got it? Yes. Anyhow, in exam that you have to write the name Smita and Anand. You have to use the names as Smita and Anand. Okay? Yes. Have you understood, children? I hope that you have understood. Yes. Write down the homework, children. Why couldn't the neighbors believe their eyes? Very important question for 2 marks. Okay? Then, Pandit Ravishankar and Ustad Allah Raka are generous. Generous in the sense, helping hand. They are so kind and helpful. Generous andre ready to give help ಅನ್ನೋ ಅರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ. Justify. How can you say? Yes, that's what that we had seen in just now, children. ಇವಾಗ ತಾನೇ ನೋಡಿದ ಅದನ್ನೇ. How kind they are and how, though they are very famous and busy, they come to fulfill the desire of a common common boy called Anand, isn't it? It shows they are so kind and helpful. Then, How did Smita enjoy the concert? Yes, this is also that we have discussed. Am I right, children? Yes. I hope that you have understood the lesson. This on this lesson they may ask one 3 marks question. Okay, it's not fixed, children. They may ask extract of 3 marks, and they may ask 2 marks questions. Okay, in the previous in the last year, the sorry last before last year, they have asked two marks questions from this lesson, like this. And the question paper setter have the rights to ask 2 marks question. Either they may ask 2 marks questions or extracts. But I hope that you will write the any questions if they ask from this lesson. Okay, have you understood, children? Shall we stop? Okay, thank you.